Good morning. It is December 31st at about 9 o'clock in the morning. And this is the campground at the bottom of the Grand Canyon. There was one other person here yesterday. I talked to them. They were really nice. They left this morning. And now there is nobody within 22 miles of here. Yeah. So let's see, you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10. Yeah, that's what I thought. 10 of these little thingies. And then, of course, I'm camped down on the beach, which I much prefer. These little concrete and wood picnic tables. Yeah, there's a bunch of videos about this place. I just watched one by a pretty famous YouTuber, Nikki Deventhal. And she was down here back in April, and the place was, she came down here by herself with her boyfriend. And there was nobody here, and by the end of the day it was packed. Of course, it was summertime, they all went swimming. But yeah, this is it. I am the only one. In the bottom of the Grand Canyon. How cool is that? Oh, I slept good last night. Got down to 38 degrees. My Propex heater in that van is just wonderful. Keeps it a nice toasty. I set it to 68 last night. It was 68 or 69. And it kept it toasty, and it sips propane. I mean, lasts a long time. Highly recommended. If you're interested in that, you can pause it. Climb up there. Whoops. Yeah, loose rock. Okay. There we go. If you're interested in reading that, you can pause it and read it. Ualapi. 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 The H is silent. Ualapi. So I made friends with one of the rangers, and he's supposed to be coming down here later about noontime and bring me an elk steak. Absolutely on him. I offered to buy one off of him, but he said no. I will bring you one that I shot myself and dressed myself. He is definitely a Native American. Very cool guy, mid-40s. That's where you come in. So this creek is spring-fed. Ranger told me about it. He said you can drink right out of that. He said people do it all the time, never get sick. I mean, I have a $900 Guzzle H2O water filter that pumps water, UVs it, and does all of that. It goes through all kind of filtration. Can't talk this morning. So if I needed water, I don't care how pure it is, I'd probably filter it, because nothing worse than being out here by yourself in a cassette toilet and getting the runs. No. Look at that. Man. Just walking around here. Yeah, I'm not going to be doing any super long hikes or any rock climbing because there's certainly no cell phone signal down here, and if I'm not in range of my Starlink and something were to happen, yeah. It is New Year's Eve coming up, and if by chance the ranger didn't show up, there's probably not going to be anybody down here for a while, so yeah, getting hurt down here is not right now, is not an option. Man, just the sheer size of this, you can't see it on camera. A couple 1,000-foot of cliff right there. Yeah, I guess a little rugged back way into the campsite. They do have, I think, 4 porta potties up there. Yep, 4 porta potties up there. Super cool. Look at that, that's a long way up. So the ranger told me about some other place that's Indian owned, where there's some kind of a walkway that goes out partway over the canyon. That may be that touristy thing that I've seen videos of. If that's the case, I'm not interested at all. If I'm going to be around a bunch of people, it's going to be in Quartzsite. Apparently, I just read there's 250,000 people camped out in Quartzsite right now. Yeah. It seems to be growing as, you know, the economy gets worse. A lot of people are doing the RV life not by choice, but because they can't afford their house, and so they sell it, buy an RV. Some people do it by choice, some people do it out of necessity. So yeah, and a lot of the people that do it out of necessity, they go down there because it's like $170 or $180, somewhere around there, under $200 to camp there for 7 months. It's sponsored by the town, I guess, because they only have, I think, 2,200 permanent residents, and that's how they all make their living, is off of the hundreds of thousands of people that camp there and buy supplies there. So I might be checking that out. I'm going to leave here in the morning. Start off 2026 traveling. Probably to Quartzsite. I may make a stop somewhere along the way, find some dispersed camping. Some really remote. Well, this is really remote. But yeah. So we'll see. Just having my breakfast and coffee a little while ago. I'm going to hang out and yeah, see if the ranger shows up with an elk steak that I'm going to cook up on the skottle. It would be nice. We're not going to get much sun today. Might rain this afternoon. It looks like it's been downgraded. If it does rain, it's going to be light, because the ranger said if there's a heavy monsoon coming this way, that they may ask me to go to higher ground. And if they do, they would give me an extra day or two for free down here. But it looks like it's going to be light, so it shouldn't be a problem. Might be a little challenging getting out of here tomorrow if that road gets all mucky, but I don't know. I didn't see any spots where, unless it gets like deep mud, which I don't think is going to happen. I think I'll get out of here no problem. If I don't, I'll hang out. Got plenty of food. I've got plenty of water. I've got unlimited water, really, with that spring. And I've probably got 6 or 7 days worth of food if necessary. So, yeah, I'll hang out. All right, that's my morning briefing. All right, so this is the Thor's Lightning air compressor, recommended to me by our trail leader back in Colorado, Mike. Thank you. This thing is amazing. So to go back out of this 22-mile rough road, I'm going to air down. And of course, when you air down, you got to air back up. And the ranger says there's no air at that gas station when you come out of here. So, yeah, this thing's amazing. So you hook it up here. Like any other compressor, target pressure is 52 pounds in the front. That's what it calls for on the door panel. And you just come over here, it's already set to 52. And then you walk away. When you hit your target pressure, it stops. It'll stop occasionally in between the measure. And it's totally automatic. And then, when I air down, I've got these things, which is totally amazing. You just screw them onto the valve stem, you preset the pressure. When they stop, you're done. It's at your desired pressure. So the door panel calls for 52 in the front. Actually, it calls for 57 in the front. I do 52. Then it calls for 80 in the back. So I do about 78. So I'm going to air the fronts down to 35. And I'm going to air the backs down to 40. So, you know, almost half. And that should smooth the ride out a lot. You see it stopped. Target pressure 52. I have double checked that with 2 of my gauges, and it is very accurate. And of course I've got the van running because this does operate off the vehicle battery, not the house batteries. Then, yeah, I hate it. But with this dreary weather right here, and the sun never getting up high enough to, you know, get that full charge, and the fact that the generator hasn't run in a couple months and really needs to be run, put all that together, and put the fact that there's nobody else here. Yeah, I'm running a generator. I was down to 60%, which is plenty, but like I said, it needs to run. Anyway, that is the story till now. Yeah, that's a good channel, by the way. All right,